Hey, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about what on earth causes evening nausea in pregnancy when it's supposed to be morning sickness. It's kind of irritating, isn't it? I mean, the nausea itself is way beyond irritating, but it just kind of stinks when it's also all day long, and even worse in the afternoon and evening sickness instead of just morning sickness like you expected, right? From a Western medical point of view, there isn't a real explanation of what causes pregnancy nausea or its evil cousin, HYPEREMESIS gravidarum, which is Greek and Latin for really, really bad pregnancy nausea. And the same is true about it being worse in the evening versus the morning. There just isn't an accepted explanation for it from inside the Western medical paradigm. For example, WebMD says doctors still aren't sure exactly what causes morning sickness, but the most popular theory is that morning sickness is the body's reaction to the pregnancy hormone HCG, which is produced at higher levels during the first trimester than at any other time during pregnancy. So basically, they don't really know, and they're saying, but hey, there's more of this hormone around at the same time that more women are experiencing pregnancy nausea, so maybe they're connected. Maybe that's it. And maybe not. Now, as I told you at the beginning, I'm a medical intuitive and an energy healing practitioner, so it shouldn't surprise you that while I find the Western medical paradigm and its view of our health and our bodies very, very useful in many ways, I also recognize it as a paradigm rather than as absolute truth. And like all paradigms, it's based on a certain view of reality, and it has both strengths and weaknesses in terms of how useful it is. In the case of pregnancy nausea, whether it's morning, noon, or night, it hasn't proven to be all that useful so far. But the paradigm of energy healing has, in my experience, a lot more to offer, at least in this case of pregnancy nausea. From the paradigm of energy healing, it turns out that the underlying cause of pregnancy nausea is a fundamental disconnection between the mother and the developing fetus. There are a number of different types of disconnections that can be present, but the most common is a disconnection between the mother's brain, her nervous system, and the fetus itself, and/or the placenta, the umbilical cord, and the amniotic fluid. So the mother's nervous system should be totally connected with and fully communicating with and working with the fetus, the placenta, and so forth. But if it's not fully connected energetically, what that means essentially is that the mother's nervous system isn't fully recognizing the fetus and the fetus's support systems as being, supposed to be there. When you think about it, they are foreign tissue. So the mother's body is treating them like a foreign invader rather than a natural part of the body. And that creates a constant state of imbalance and stress. And it does feel like that, right? You know what I'm talking about if you're dealing with this right now. It's like your body is a battlefield instead of a happy, integrated, connected place for you and your baby to be. So these disconnections underlying pregnancy nausea were discovered by Dr. Bradley Nelson, who's an energy healing expert and educator and best-selling author of a book called The Emotion Code. So what does this mean about how you get rid of your morning, noon, and night sickness? Well, certainly there are some natural remedies that may help, and you can find those in my natural morning sickness relief video. And if your nausea is pretty mild, that may very well be all you need. So do go check that out, as well as working with your doctor to see if they have any other recommendations or solutions. But keep in mind that those remedies or drugs, if you choose to go that way, are masking the symptoms of the nausea and not addressing these fundamental disconnections that are at the root of it. Now, that may be all you care about, as long as it just stops. And I get it, believe me, no judgment. The most important thing is that you can eat and function and sleep and give your body and the baby the nutrition that you need. But if the idea of these fundamental disconnections being the underlying cause of all of it is really resonating with you, and you're interested in healing at a deeper level and getting rid of that nausea permanently, then let's dive into it a little more, okay? So these disconnections are caused by energy imbalances that are present in your body, most commonly trapped emotional energies from the past. This emotional baggage from the past takes the form of these balls of energy, and they're located in different parts of your body, usually about the size of your fist up to the size of a grapefruit, and they're causing imbalances. They are resonating at a certain emotional frequency, which affects your organs and other tissues at the cellular level. And in this case, they're preventing your body and your nervous system from fully connecting to your baby and the baby's support system. There can be other types of imbalances contributing to the disconnections as well. In addition to the emotional ones, there can be negative beliefs and memories and imbalanced chakras and meridians and more. And all of this can be addressed and cleared or balanced through energy healing. But far and away, the most common imbalances that are causing these disconnections between you and your baby are these trapped emotional energies from your past, some of them even inherited. If your pregnancy nausea is severe enough that you think you may need to work with an energy practitioner, you might want to know a little bit more about how that works. So what I do as a medical intuitive and an energy healer is I connect with your subconscious to identify what imbalances and trapped energies are causing the disconnections. Our conscious mind, which is what we tend to pay attention to and look to for answers to problems, actually knows very little about what's happening in our bodies at any given moment. I mean, if you think about it, if we were depending on our conscious mind to keep our heart beating and keep our digestion going, we wouldn't last very long, right? But our subconscious knows everything that's going on in our bodies. That's its job. It makes literally millions of decisions all day long. Make more of this and slow that down and speed that up and so forth. So when we can tap into the knowledge of the subconscious, we can quickly identify exactly what the underlying imbalances are that are causing the problem. Once I identify what those imbalances are that are causing the disconnections, I clear them. And then we can reconnect you and your baby the way you're supposed to be. Because energy healing works on the energetic level, there isn't any need to touch the physical body, so it can be done over a distance. And I've worked with people all over the world to help them get freedom from pregnancy, nausea, and many, many other health problems. If you'd like to learn more about energy healing and how it works, you may want to check out my What is Energy Healing and Does Energy Healing Really Work videos. And for more about that trapped emotional baggage and how it can be cleared from our bodies for good, I recommend the What is Emotional Baggage and How to Release Emotional Baggage videos as well. So I hope that was helpful to give you a better understanding of what really causes nausea in pregnancy, no matter what time of day it is. If you want to find out more, I've got lots more information for you in some of the videos I referenced below. Subscribe to the channel. And if you want to find out more or have some one-on-one time with me, you can schedule a free consult from the link below.